We do have a couple people absent. I just wanted to make sure we got it copied or recorded. So now today, again, you'll see very, very simple. We're adding and subtracting fractions. If you didn't know how to add or subtract fractions, then if you didn't know how to add or subtract fractions, then today is a really good review. All right, but you can see here there's about 50 problems. Obviously, as we go down the page, the first 18 are simple. Why? Can anybody see why the first 18 are simple? Because
they have the common.
Yeah, because they have the common denominator. All right, so we're just going to go through here, and we'll take our time here. We'll go down and answer all 18 questions pretty quickly, and then we'll work on the ones that do not have a common denominator. Let me show you how simple that is. All right, so I want everybody to look at number 1. Somebody want to give it a shot? What they think the answer is? What do you think it is?
Is the answer 6x minus 4 over 3?
Exactly. 6x minus 4 over 3. Now, obviously, we're just combining like terms. It has a common denominator, so we're combining like terms. 5x plus 1x is 6x minus 4. Now, of course, the problem is everybody wants to do what with the 6 and the 3? Can you reduce? No. Bounded by addition and subtraction. You cannot reduce that. Come on now, now's your time to ask me right off the bat. Does anybody have any questions with that? Super easy. All right, so then if we asked you about question number 2, all right, for question number 2, again, we're combining like terms. Tell me.
2x squared plus 5 over
Now be careful. Read that.
Oh, minus. Okay, 2.
So now say to yourself, 2x minus 1x.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's just 1.
Right, 1 what?
X.
Right. So the answer here is 1x plus 5 over 7. 1x plus 5 over 7. Anybody have any issues? So now if we looked at number 3, all right, if we looked at number 3, Hubble, what are you thinking?
8x plus 9.
Wait a minute now. Hubble, you're combining like terms. Is there anything to combine with the x?
No.
No.
So it would be 17 plus x.
That's exactly right. So again, traditionally we just put the variable first. X plus 17 over x. Now the next thing I'm trying to tell you guys, or trying to make sure you understand, you should try to answer the question before I tell you what the answer is. All right, that's what you're trying to do. That way you can tell whether or not you understand what's going on. All right, so here we go. Leah, what do you think about number 4? Say it. And then? Put your hand in. So what are we doing now? Simplifying. Just like yesterday on the test. So 2/4. What does that reduce to? Yes, the fraction 1/2. What happens to the x's? Yeah, they cross out, right? So again, you combine fractions and then you reduce the fractions. All right? Combine fraction and you reduce the fraction. All right. Isabel, tell me.
6x over 2x.
Beautiful. Simple as that. Thank you. Very, very easy. All right, Luke, tell me about number 6.
Number 6 all over x plus 5.
Good.
And the top is...
Now, here's where people make mistakes. So I want you to see if you make the mistake. So be careful.
Top is x.
Right?
5 plus 6.
You're awesome. That is exactly correct. Now, most people just say x over x plus 5. Now, why is it x plus 6? Tell them.
Because plus 3 minus 3 is...
That's exactly right. So when you have subtraction, here's my advice to subtraction, guys. Here's what I want you to take a look at. Change subtraction to what? Addition. And then you distribute the negative. Then you distribute the negative. When you distribute the negative, now you don't have to worry about doing 3 minus negative 3. All right, Patrick. Let's see if you're paying attention. What do you got for number 7?
X plus 4 on the bottom. And then x plus 10.
Beautiful. And again, plus, minus, plus. I wish you could get in the habit of doing that. That'll save you some problems. All right, Carson, what's up? Tell me that.
It's 12. 12 over 3 over
Good job. Now what? To what?
4 over x plus 8.
All right. Now remember, your job is to speak up whenever you're behind and you don't know something. All right, Dalton, you're up.
12 over 2 times x minus 9. And you can simplify it to 6 over x minus 8.
Simple, simple. Very good. All right, Tyler, you're up.
That is 12.
Perfect.
3 times x minus 1.
Okay.
And I can 4 over 9.
4 over what?
Let's see, x minus 1.
Yeah, you could put the 1 in front if you want, but it's not necessary. Perfect. All right, Emily, why don't you help me out with number 11? What are you thinking, kiddo?
Okay, so I'm going to
Wow, very good. Very good. 3x plus 13 over x plus 5. Again, I'm trying to convince you, ask me up front, because it's only getting harder. All right. Catalina, why don't you tell me 12? Now what? And now what? Very good, kiddo. Very, very good. There's going to come a time where you have to do some factoring. All right, Virginia, help me out, kiddo. Good job. Good. Do you see that or not? Yeah. That's exactly correct. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. So tell me the final answer. Yes, 1 over x minus 8. All right, remember, guys, a lot of this is just details. All right, a lot of it is just details. All right, Michael, you can help me out with the next one. This one's kind of a pain, but let's see if you can do it.
So you factor 2x plus 7x minus
No. Nope. It's okay. Listen, your number one objective is, do we have the same denominator?
Yes.
So we're just going to go ahead and combine.
Oh.
Right, then we're going to factor.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's 4x squared plus 13x minus 4
All over.
all over x squared plus 4x minus 12.
I think so. What?
How would it be 4x squared if it's a minus?
Oh, I didn't even see the minus. That's
Okay.
correct. Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. You're right. So that's be careful. Again, obviously, you can see it's easy to make a mistake. All right. So look, again, plus, minus, minus, plus. You see it now? Yeah, go ahead. Redo it.
So it's just x,
Yes.
x minus 2.
Yes, x minus 2. Now, you're working on your factoring skills. So, what?
It's
Question.
x, well, x parentheses, in parentheses, and then plus 6 and minus 2.
That's right. X plus 6, x minus 2. So my final answer is
1 over x plus 6.
1 over x plus 6. Oh. All right. That's the nice thing about the iPad. You can shrink it down where you can fit it in there. All right. Anybody have any questions with that now? All right. So I'm trying to make sure everybody gets a shot at this. So who hasn't done one yet? Go ahead, Parker.
Okay, on the top it's just x minus 1. And then on the bottom we have to factor to x minus 1 and x minus 4.
Okay, I'm kind of good with that. All right, did everybody see that? He already knew we're going to factor. The top is easy, so might as well just save ourselves a step, right? So your final answer is what?
1 over x minus 4.
1 over x minus 4. Beautiful. All right, Kian, you haven't done one, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're up.
X plus 1.
Good job.
X minus 7 x plus 1.
Very good.
And that's 1 over x minus 7.
Say it again, buddy.
1 over x minus 7.
Yep, you're awesome. Easy as that. What are you thinking, guys? Does everybody agree? Pretty simple. Ava, did you do one?
No.
All right, you're up.
So, this one change all the sides.
Yes, good job, kiddo. So now what?
X minus 3.
Good.
And then it factors to x minus 3 and x plus 3.
Beautiful.
Then you get 1 over x plus 3.
I'm happy with that. Catalina, did you do one? Who hasn't done one? Oh, I'm sorry. Go. And then you can do this.
First we change the sign.
Change the signs, I think, is important.
And then it would be x minus 5 over x plus 5 x minus 5. And then it would just be 1 over x.
1 over x plus 5. Any issues? Any issues? Any issues? Any issues? Feeling good about that, right? All right, now we'll just work a little bit more. All right, so what's the problem now with 19? Tell me. Yeah, we don't have a common denominator. All right, so now I want someone to tell me what the common denominator is. And here's how I want you to do it. Okay, what is the common denominator? Tell me.
3x.
Yeah, the common denominator is 3x. All right, so what do I need to do to the second fraction? Multiply everything by 3. So here's what your brain is supposed to do. You're supposed to put a times 3 here and a times 3 here. Does everybody agree with that? We're pretty smart. You've been doing fractions, I think, since 4th grade. So you should be really good at the fractions. So is it necessary for you guys to put times 3 times 3? I don't think so. Now I'm going to show you how I want you to add fractions, so look up here on the board. So it's not take you too much time. The denominator is what? 3x. All right. Do I do anything to the first one? No. So that's just 2 plus. Now what? 2 plus 12. There you have it. So now what's 2 plus 12?
14.
So 14 over what?
3x.
Okay, that's how I want you to do it. All right. Much easier that way. All right. You're up. Tell me the common denominator for number 20.
5x squared.
Beautiful. Everybody's going to put down a 5x squared. So what do I have to do to the first fraction?
Multiply everything by 5x.
Multiply everything by 5x, which gives me what?
30x.
Right. Now, sometimes when you're first starting off, it might be okay to do that. Just so you're checking yourself because we're doing variables. So you're going to multiply this by 5x. So that gives me what?
That'd be 30x over 5 squared.
Nope, 30x plus what?
Or 30x plus 7.
There you go.
Yes.
Does that make sense, right? I know what you're saying. If you make two fractions, just an extra step. So everybody agree with me? All right, all you're doing is you're looking at each fraction saying, what do I do to that fraction to make it a common denominator? I think that's pretty simple. Now again, here's where it starts getting some trouble. So I don't think I'm going to do anything too much more harder today, but you need to ask me now if you're stuck on something. All right, Charlotte, tell me what's the common denominator.
7x squared.
Beautiful. So 7x squared. Now what?
By 3 by 7x squared.
By what?
Sorry, by 7x.
Thank you. And I get
21x
21x
plus 6.
plus 6. Now what can I reduce? You're right. Absolutely nothing. Right, absolutely nothing. Why can we reduce nothing? Bounded by addition and subtraction. Bounded by addition and subtraction, you cannot reduce. Now, I'm going to change this up here. Everybody look up. Look up so I can show you something. Now, what can I reduce by?
7.
7. Why can I reduce by 7?
Everything.
Because everything is divisible by 7. Everything is divisible by 7. All right, now look, I always try to give you like points of emphasis. You got to make sure you understand when I'm saying a point of emphasis, you're paying attention, make sure you see what I'm saying on that. Anybody have any questions? All right, let's erase that back to what it was. All right. So that is the answer. That is the answer. All right, here we go. For question number 22. Yes, sir.
6x squared.
Beautiful. 6x squared.
And then 24 plus 7.
Yep. Come on, guys. That's really simple. Really, really simple. All right. All right, Gavin. Now, again, obviously this is a little bit harder, but you're good. Tell me what the common denominator do you think is? Now, look at the numbers first. What's the common denominator between 5 and 2? It's like if you're adding 1/5 and 1/2, what would be the common denominator? What number is divisible by both 5 and 2? 10. That's all you're doing. You with me?
Yeah.
Could the common denominator be 200? Yeah, that's a common denominator. But we want the what?
Easy.
Least common denominator, which is sometimes referred to as the easiest, because you don't want to have to reduce at the end. So the number is 10. What about x cubed and x squared? You always take the largest. That's right, x cubed. And then it would be what?
1 cubed.
Exactly correct. Come on now, here's where you have to listen. A little bit harder. Anybody have any problems with that being the common denominator? Now, what am I multiplying the first fraction by? Gavin.
2 y squared.
Exactly. So that becomes what?
12y squared.
Beautiful. 12y squared minus. Now what am I multiplying the second fraction by? Bless you.
5x.
That's exactly correct. 5x. So it's 12y squared what?
Minus 5x.
Look, guys, I'm just telling you, I think that's really, really, really simple. But a lot of people make it out way too difficult. Now's the time to speak up if you're not sure. Tell me, Emily.
How do you get 2y?
Because how many y's are here, Emily? How many are here? So I need 2 more. All right? All right, a couple more here. All right, Leah, let's hear you again. What was that? You're welcome.
I don't know how to get rid of y.
You're not getting rid of anything. Tell me what's the common denominator. 2 so far, right? 2, then what? Exactly. Yay, come on, that was not hard. Now look, when I call on you, if you're unsure, that's okay. I would prefer you say, I don't know how to do it, and raise your hand and let me help you do it. That rather than guessing to see who knows and who doesn't know. All right, that's called strength. If you're asking me how to do something. All right? So now that's good. Now what do I have to do?
Top is 10x
Because I multiplied by what, please?
2x.
Yes. So, and what I multiply the other one by? I just didn't hear you. I'm sorry. The second equation you said to multiply by what? For the second fraction, multiply by what?
Y.
Yes, that's what I wanted to hear. So you said 10x what?
10x y.
10x.
10x minus 1y.
But I'm not sure why you said minus. I was highlighting. I shouldn't have.
Oh,
Right?
plus 7y.
All right. Now I just want you to tell me. Does that make sense or not?
Yes.
10x plus 7y over 2x squared y. Yes.
How did you get how do you multiply y? Oh, no, that's it.
You see? Sure? All right. Now, for number 25, 2x is really 2x over what? 2x over 1. All right. So, Luke, tell me what a common denominator is.
Denominator. Y.
Beautiful.
And the top is 2x times y, so that's 2xy plus x.
Beautiful. I'm telling you, it's really, really simple. Really simple. Anybody have any issues now with the first 25? All right. Any issues? Nothing? Okay, let's go back to the top and see what we got. How much more time do we have, guys? Just 3? All right, so let's try to do a couple of these. All right, and then tomorrow we'll just have less work. Okay, so common denominator with 4x and 6x is, read.
24x? No, 12x.
12x, thank you. So this is 12x, so multiply the first one by what?
3, so it would be 15x minus 9x.
Minus what?
9.
Minus 9, and
And
then?
then you multiply the second one by 2, so it would be minus 2.
Beautiful. So final answer.
15x minus 11x all over 12x.
Beautiful. 15x minus 11 over 12x. That wasn't hard. Everybody okay with that? All right, Patrick, let me hear you. Number 27.
The common denominator is 15.
15 what?
15x squared.
Yes, 15x squared.
And let's multiply
left one by 5x.
Good. So that becomes
20 and 32 and 35.
I know. And then what?
And by 3. So
Yep.
minus
Yep. 35x minus 12 over 15x squared. Perfect. Any questions?
Can you? Oh, never mind.
Nothing can be reduced, correct?
I was thinking.
Yep. No, it's okay. All right. 8 is the same as 8 over what?
1.
1. So common denominator, everybody.
X.
X. So the answer is just what?
5 plus 8x over x.
5 plus 8x over x. That's how you should be able to tell me. Common denominator in 29. Yeah, now this is the first time we've had a quantity. X minus 9 is the common denominator. So what do I have to multiply 7 by?
X minus 9.
So that would be
7x minus 53.
7 times 9 today is? Everybody good with this? So your final answer is what?
7x minus 67
Over?
over x minus 9.
Beautiful. Now the other ones look what?
Hard.
But they are,
Easy.
I promise you, very simple. All right, if you know how to add and subtract fractions. All right. Now look, we have a good base today. That was very good. Very good. All right. So tomorrow we'll knock out 30 through 50, and then on Monday we'll start reviewing everything again.
Is the test on Wednesday?
No homework.
Thank you.
No homework. Good job in class today.
What is the future tense for pursue?
What?
Pursue future.
Do you know?
I'm thinking of future.
I